Mary Tyler Moore, whose charm, intelligence, and groundbreaking performances left an indelible mark on American television, was born in Brooklyn, New York, on December 29, 1936. Her early life was unremarkable in the conventional sense. She hailed from a middle-class family whose modest ambitions for their daughter could not have predicted the trajectory her life would take. Yet, it was precisely this ordinariness, combined with her quiet, observant nature, that laid the foundation for the authenticity she would later bring to her performances. At the age of 8, Moore's family relocated from the bustling streets of Brooklyn to the sunlit expanses of Los Angeles, a move that would inadvertently position her at the epicenter of the entertainment industry. Though her parents could not have foreseen it, this migration would place Mary on the path to becoming a television legend. Even as a child, Mary distinguished herself from her peers through introspection rather than the desire for attention. She was contemplative, keenly aware of the world around her, and preferred observation over performance, an irony considering the stage would eventually become her life. Ballet, however, offered a critical outlet. In dance, she discovered a medium in which she could express her innermost thoughts and emotions without words. Ballet instilled in her not only a rigorous discipline but also a sense of self-confidence and poise that would later define her screen presence. For Mary, dance was never a mere pastime. It was a portal through which she could cultivate the precision, timing, and expressiveness that would later make her a commanding presence on screen. Mary's initial foray into the entertainment industry was humble. Unlike the starlets who debuted in film or landed immediate television roles, her first work consisted of minor television commercials in the late 1950s. Dressed as a small, cheerful elf named Happy Hotpoint, she danced to advertise household appliances. On the surface, this role might have seemed trivial, yet it revealed the core of Moore's talent, the ability to command attention through subtlety and grace. Even within the confines of a costume, performing silently before a camera, she exhibited a magnetic presence that captured the interest of producers and executives. By 1961, Mary's potential began to manifest in more substantial roles, marking the beginning of her ascent to stardom. Her breakthrough arrived with her casting as Laura Petrie on The Dick Van Dyke Show, where she portrayed the witty, stylish, and intelligent wife of Dick Van Dyke's character. The show aired from 1961 to 1966 and quickly became a cultural touchstone. Moore's Laura was unlike the archetypal television wife of the era. She was assertive without being overbearing, humorous without descending into caricature, and intellectually equal to her husband. Through her nuanced performance, Mary introduced audiences to a modern conception of womanhood, capable, multifaceted, and inherently interesting. Even seemingly minor details, such as Laura's capri pants, signaled a subtle yet powerful shift in the portrayal of women on television. Visual shorthand for autonomy, sophistication, and a willingness to defy convention. The on-screen chemistry between Moore and Van Dyke felt natural and effortless, convincing audiences that they were witnessing a real partnership rather than scripted performances. Her work earned her 2 Emmy Awards, solidifying her as one of television's most influential female performers. Despite her rising fame, Mary's career was not without its challenges. Hollywood's competitive nature exposed her to envy, professional rivalries, and complex interpersonal dynamics. Behind the bright smiles and critical acclaim lay private struggles that Moore rarely disclosed, revealing the tension between public success and private trials. When The Dick Van Dyke Show concluded, many believed Mary had reached the zenith of her career. In reality, her influence was only beginning to expand. In 1970, Moore revolutionized television with The Mary Tyler Moore Show, a program that redefined both the sitcom genre and cultural expectations for women. As Mary Richards, an unmarried television producer in Minneapolis, she embodied independence, ambition, and self-determination. Mary Richards was not defined by romantic pursuits. She was a professional carving a meaningful life on her own terms. The series skillfully combined humor with poignant commentary on societal issues such as feminism, workplace equality, and personal reinvention. Its opening sequence, Mary spinning joyfully in the city streets, tossing her hat skyward, became emblematic of self-determination, optimism, and courage. The show's groundbreaking portrayal of a modern woman navigating professional and personal challenges resonated deeply with audiences and earned Moore 4 additional Emmy Awards. Its cultural impact endures, illustrating that television could reflect meaningful, socially relevant narratives. Moore's versatility extended beyond television. In 1980, she captivated audiences with a dramatic turn in Ordinary People, playing an emotionally distant mother with remarkable subtlety. The performance earned her an Academy Award nomination and revealed a depth often overshadowed by her comedic persona. Earlier film roles, including Thoroughly Modern Millie, 1967, and Change of Habit, 1969, where she starred opposite Elvis Presley, showcased her adaptability across genres, while her stage work on Broadway, including Whose Life Is It Anyway and The Gin Game, highlighted her command of live performance, blending humor, vulnerability, and emotional resonance. By this stage of her career, Moore had transcended the label of television star to become a multifaceted artist, continually challenging the boundaries of performance and representation. Away from the spotlight, Moore's personal experiences informed her professional and humanitarian endeavors. Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in her early 30s, she refused to conceal her condition, instead channeling her visibility into advocacy. Her work with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation extended across decades, bringing attention, funding, and hope to countless individuals affected by the disease. Equally committed to animal rights, Moore leveraged her platform to challenge cruelty and promote humane treatment, demonstrating a consistent moral integrity that complemented her professional accomplishments. Moore's private life, like her career, was marked by complexity. She married 3 times, each union shaping her personal and professional identity in distinct ways. Her first marriage, to Richard Meeker in 1955, brought stability and early maternal experience as she gave birth to her only child, Richard Meeker Jr., in 1956. The marriage ended in 1962, strained by the pressures of an emerging career and familial responsibilities. Tragedy struck in 1980 when her son died from an accidental gunshot, a loss that profoundly shaped her empathy and understanding of human fragility. That same year, she married Grant Tinker, a television executive whose collaboration with Moore helped birth MTM Enterprises and amplify her influence over television content. Their union combined personal affection with professional synergy, yet the demands of fame and Moore's ongoing health and personal struggles led to an amicable separation in 1981. In 1983, Moore found lasting stability with Dr. Robert Levine, a cardiologist 16 years her junior. Their marriage was defined by mutual respect, emotional support, and a shared commitment to a grounded life. Levine's medical expertise facilitated Moore's diabetes management, while his steadfast companionship provided the security and partnership she had long sought. This relationship endured for decades, offering a serene contrast to the turbulence of her earlier personal and professional experiences. Moore's reflections on her career reveal an unvarnished awareness of the challenges inherent to the entertainment industry. In her later years, she confided to trusted friends about the actors she found most difficult to work with, including Rosemary on The Dick Van Dyke Show, Richard Chamberlain, and even Van Dyke himself. These admissions did not stem from bitterness but from the recognition of professional and interpersonal complexities, tensions that often remained invisible to audiences yet demanded resilience, patience, and strategic navigation on her part. Mary Tyler Moore passed away on January 25, 2017, at her home in Greenwich, Connecticut, at the age of 80. Her death marked the close of a remarkable era, yet her legacy continues to reverberate. She reshaped television, expanded the scope of female representation on screen, and exemplified a life committed to artistry, social conscience, and personal integrity. From the poised sophistication of Laura Petrie to the pioneering independence of Mary Richards, Moore's career reflected a rare blend of humor, intelligence, and empathy. She demonstrated that true impact arises not merely from talent but from the courage to challenge conventions, advocate for change, and inspire others to envision possibilities beyond societal expectations. Mary Tyler Moore's story is a testament to resilience, creativity, and principled action. Her influence extends beyond the confines of entertainment, reflecting the transformative power of authenticity, empathy, and enduring determination. In every gesture, performance, and advocacy effort, she embodied a vision of possibility that continues to inspire generations of performers and audiences alike. Her life affirms that the measure of greatness lies not only in acclaim or awards but in the capacity to shape culture, challenge norms, and leave a legacy defined by integrity, courage, and heart. In the decades following her peak television career, Mary Tyler Moore's life and work were marked by an increasing integration of personal experience with social advocacy, illuminating the ways in which private struggle can fuel public purpose. Her battles with type 1 diabetes were central to this evolution. Diagnosed in her early 30s, Moore initially approached the condition with the pragmatism of a performer accustomed to discipline and regimen. Yet, as the years progressed, she recognized that her platform as a public figure carried potential far beyond the mere performance of health-conscious routines. Moore became a tireless advocate for diabetes research, fundraising, and public awareness, particularly through her work with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Her advocacy was not superficial. It reflected a deep-seated commitment to transforming private suffering into collective benefit. By speaking openly about the condition and demonstrating the daily realities of living with it, she humanized a disease often cloaked in stigma and uncertainty, offering both visibility and hope to countless individuals navigating similar challenges. Equally important to Moore was her long-standing dedication to animal welfare. Her advocacy in this realm transcended performative celebrity engagement. She championed humane treatment, opposed cruelty, and sought systemic reforms in animal protection policies. This commitment reflected a continuity in Moore's character, a sensitivity to vulnerability, a conviction that public influence carries responsibility, and a refusal to separate personal values from public action. Through these efforts, she expanded the cultural imagination of what it meant to be a socially conscious performer, challenging assumptions that celebrity engagement with serious issues is either superficial or performative. Moore's personal life, often scrutinized by the public, also mirrored the interplay of adversity and resilience. Her early marriages and the tragic death of her only son, Richard Meeker Jr., introduced profound grief that would shape her empathy and perspective on human suffering. This personal dimension informed her later work, particularly in portraying emotionally complex characters. She understood, intimately, the intersections of private pain and public performance, and this awareness lent depth and authenticity to both her comedic and dramatic roles. In interviews and memoirs, Moore reflected on these experiences not with bitterness but with a nuanced understanding of their impact on her artistry and worldview. They became, in effect, a source of creative insight, shaping the emotional intelligence that informed her work. Mary's later professional endeavors continued to defy simplistic categorization. While her television persona remains iconic, her ventures into film and theater demonstrated a commitment to artistic exploration that resisted typecasting. Her Broadway performances, for example, required sustained emotional labor and a vulnerability distinct from her televised roles. By embracing projects that demanded both technical skill and emotional honesty, she asserted that her career could evolve in complexity and depth, regardless of age or prior fame. Moore's insistence on artistic autonomy and integrity further underscored her pioneering spirit, illustrating the capacity of female performers to navigate professional landscapes historically structured to marginalize them. Underlying Moore's public achievements and private challenges was a profound engagement with social consciousness. The Mary Tyler Moore Show, in retrospect, was merely the beginning of a lifelong commitment to challenging entrenched societal norms. Moore's work in television, advocacy for health and animal rights, and reflective public commentary coalesced into a coherent ethic. That visibility and influence must be leveraged to expand understanding, empathy, and opportunity. This ethic distinguished her not only as an entertainer but as a cultural agent capable of shaping discourse around gender, health, and ethical responsibility. The culmination of Moore's life, her marriage to Dr. Robert Levine, exemplified her capacity for personal growth and sustained resilience. This partnership, grounded in mutual support and respect, provided stability that contrasted sharply with earlier periods of turbulence and loss. It underscored the narrative of Moore as a figure capable of reconciling ambition with intimacy, public life with private fulfillment. Her ability to cultivate this balance in later life serves as a testament to her emotional intelligence and enduring commitment to well-being, both personal and communal. Mary Tyler Moore's legacy extends far beyond her comedic brilliance or her Emmy Awards. She redefined the possibilities of female representation in media, challenged cultural assumptions about independence and self-actualization, and modeled an integrated life in which personal adversity informed social action and artistic innovation. Her influence persists in contemporary portrayals of women on screen, in advocacy for chronic illness and animal welfare, and in the broader cultural imagination that recognizes the transformative potential of perseverance, intelligence, and moral clarity. Ultimately, Moore's life illustrates a delicate but powerful interplay between performance and authenticity. Her career was a testament to the notion that public visibility can coexist with private integrity, that laughter can emerge alongside profound grief, and that artistic success can serve as a platform for social conscience. Mary Tyler Moore's enduring relevance lies not merely in the roles she inhabited but in the consistency with which she embodied a vision of agency, empathy, and courage, a vision that continues to resonate in the ongoing evolution of television, culture, and civic engagement. Her story serves as both inspiration and a challenge, reminding audiences that the full measure of an individual's impact is found at the intersection of talent, integrity, and a lifelong commitment to meaningful action. Mary Tyler Moore's life and career, when viewed in totality, represent a profound synthesis of talent, resilience, and cultural influence. Beyond the laughter she elicited and the groundbreaking television roles she defined, Moore consistently demonstrated an acute awareness of her societal position and the responsibility it entailed. From her early days as a disciplined dancer to her pioneering work as Mary Richards, a character who embodied professional autonomy and personal independence, Moore challenged prevailing notions of womanhood, offering audiences a vision of self-determination and intelligence that was rare for her time. Her advocacy for type 1 diabetes awareness and animal rights further underscores the integration of personal experience with public purpose. Moore transformed private struggles into collective action, demonstrating that celebrity could serve as a conduit for empathy, education, and reform. Even in her private life, through enduring relationships and personal growth, she exemplified balance, emotional insight, and the power of sustained commitment. Mary Tyler Moore's enduring legacy is thus multidimensional. She was a consummate performer, a trailblazing cultural figure, and a compassionate advocate. Her life reminds us that true impact arises not merely from professional success but from the courage to leverage influence, embrace vulnerability, and redefine the boundaries of what is possible.